Bonjour, Denis. Jota.
Nobody cares about us poor beggars. Could you help me? I'm next. I know I'm going to be next. Murder. My friends are already dead, but the Watch doesn't care. What's one less beggar? We're nothing to them. If someone found the killer... Start in the Trade District alleys. That's where old Jian was murdered. Just... Thank you. I'll tell you whatever I know.
Fool, your interference will not be tolerated.
Don't do anything stupid.
In the name of the king.
Always a pleasure, Thar. Try not to lose those stones.
For the Knights of the King. Honor and steel.
I see my summons reached you. Good. Good. You may wonder who I am and why I sent for you. Don't. Just trust me. I have only the best interests of the Empire in mind, but we must leave now if we're going to take advantage of the situation. A situation that could end the Three Banners War and get Irene, Emmerich, and Yoren to return to their senses. While these children squabble over territory, the common people and the Empire suffer. We have an opportunity and we need to jump on it. In simple terms, I just purchased 2 halves of an ancient tablet, the Wrathstone. It forms a map that should lead us to a weapon whose existence will force all sides to cease their aggressive behavior. Help me acquire this weapon and end the war. We must hurry. Even now, someone follows me, resisting my best efforts to identify them. While I deal with this threat, I need you to begin the process of locating the Triangulants. Without them, the map is worthless. I am Abner Tharn, advisor to emperors for well over 100 years. I most recently served as the Grand Chancellor and the Imperial Battle Mage for Varen Aquilarius. I assume my qualifications meet with your approval. I want to reunite the warring territories under a single banner. The Empire must be reborn. This weapon represents the best chance to accomplish that, and I require your help to convince Lawmaster Dagariel Drow to lead us to the Triangulants. Of course it is. I just invented it. Right now, the map shown on the Wrathstone has no identifying features. Without the Triangulants, I have no context by which to read the map. I know a Khajiiti Lawmaster, however, who can help with that. Each half of the tablet contains part of a map and an inscription. Khanzari and the demon weapon. The key to finding the Triangulants resides in that Khajiiti myth. We must convince Dagariel Drow to direct us to storytellers who know the legend. Dagariel Drow often wanders the Glenumbra coast. We need to bring him a gift, however, and I know he is fond of dusk mushrooms. Gather the mushrooms from the ruins of Endoom. Then meet me at the Lawmaster's camp. I'll mark the location on your map. I know about a great many things, but Khajiiti legends tend to be convoluted. The Lawmaster must direct us to the secret order of storytellers, the Moon Singers.
Honor and steel.
For the Knights of the King.
Fool, your interference will not be tolerated.
twice-cursed pig thieves!
Ah, it's good to see another Orsimer in this forsaken city. I don't know about you, but I'm so tired of dealing with these fancy-cloaked, self-important weaklings. Oh, you have a letter from the Forge Mother? Then praise Trinimac and all that. And here I am, all the way from the icy nethers of Hrothgar, to officially welcome you and transport you to Orsinium. Of course, I'm also supposed to make sure you're willing to do a little hard work. There's no room for shirkers on my wagon. I sent a caravan full of food and supplies to Orsinium. Once there, everything will be distributed to the outlying clans to help them make it through the winter. The caravan's slow. I want you to catch up with it and see it safely to the city. The caravan should have just entered Hrothgar territory. I can take you as far as the entry gates, but you'll have to make it from there on your own. This is important. If those supplies don't reach the city, the smaller clans don't stand a chance. I can take you as far as the border gate. Then I have to come back in case anyone else shows up with an invitation. Just catch up to the caravan and escort it to the city. Then introduce yourself to Forge Mother Alga. She's expecting you. Let's go.
You there. We need help. Our caravan. They came out of nowhere. Attacked us. Stole our cargo. The orcs need those supplies. The Winterborn. From the Reach. They ambushed us. Leaped out of the damn snow. It's like they knew we were coming. After that, it was all a blur. By the gods, they turned people into ice. They shattered them. We were taking food and supplies to Orsinium. The remains of the caravan and the surviving members of the crew are just down the road. I don't know where the marauders...
What are you doing? We can't let Chief Basrog deal with the Winterborn by himself.
I didn't come all this way to die, Elf. That isn't what I signed up for.
I have a good mind to give those Winterborn a taste of their own pudding. But there might be more of them hiding in the rocks.
Chief and his warriors went. Anyone? All I see is death and ice. Did Orsinium send you? Are you part of the reinforcements? The Winterborn came out of nowhere. It happened so fast. They took our cargo into the hills and the orc peasants chased them. That's when Chief Basrog and his warriors arrived. Our caravan was heading for Orsinium, the new orc city, when the Winterborn landed on the wagons like flesh flies on Skiva pie. The orc peasants refused to let their supplies be taken, so they chased the marauders into the hills. In case you haven't noticed, these cracked acorns aren't worth their weight in bloodberry pudding. Besides, before we could rally our forces, Chief Basrog and his orc warriors arrived. He told us to wait here and then went after the marauders. I knew I liked you the moment I saw you. Chief Basrog is big and mean. I will, eventually. Maybe. I mean, look around. These people are injured. What happens if the Winterborn come back? Someone has to protect them, keep them from being picked off one by one. Anyway, this caravan brought me. I thought we already covered that. Oh, you mean specifically? The invitation. You got one too, didn't you? It talked about testing yourself against the most savage land in Tamriel. That was a challenge I couldn't pass up. I will, eventually. Maybe.
Winterborn kept shouting, "For Iceheart! For Iceheart!" Must be their war.
There were dozens, no, hundreds. We were attacked by...
This one has never seen anything like it. Fierce Winterborn warriors shouting the name of Yorfon Iceheart over and over. It was...
Keep your heads down and don't move! Chief Bosrog will be back for the rest of us as soon as he can!
We found them! Leave no orc alive! Somebody help us! Please! There's more of them! Watch out! Thanks for the help. We'll head back to the caravan. Stupid to come out here on our own anyway. There are still some of us hiding in the cave near the waterfall. You have to help them too.
I saw what you did out there. Thanks for helping the clan orcs. The ones in here, I think it's too late to help them. Iceheart. He froze them solid. The bastard's got magic, the likes of which I've never seen. Yes, I'm with Bosrog. We were out on patrol when we saw the Winterborn attack the caravan. By the time we reached the wagons, the marauders had already stolen the supplies, and a group of orc peasants were trying to chase them down. Stupid peasant. Yorfon Iceheart. He's the most powerful of the Winterborn warlords that have been raiding Hrothgar the past few years. Since he arrived from the Reach, the attacks have gotten worse. Iceheart is strong, ambitious, and extremely dangerous. I like your courage, but I don't think you'll get to test it today. If Iceheart was still around, we'd be frozen solid by now. My guess? He got what he wanted and hightailed it out of here. A shame, really. The outlying clans need those. Enough food and supplies to get the outlying clans through the winter. Without those supplies, the clans are going to starve. Search the area and see if you can find anything that even hints as to where the marauders disappeared to. If you happen to pick up their trail, find Chief Basrog. He'll leave no stone unturned. Anything you uncover could prove useful.
Where did you take our supplies? I'll kill you every second until you tell me what I want to know. The clan peasants. Are they on their way to Orsinium?
The soldiers escorted them and the wounded outsiders. They should be safe enough.
Safe enough isn't good enough. Go after them. I'll continue to look for the Winterborn and the missing supplies. You're the outsider who leaped into the bear's den to fight the Winterborn? Ulshan, the Wood Elf, mentioned you. Surprised you didn't end up all bruised and bloody like the rest of these fools. This is our home, not an amusement for your pleasure. And I appreciate that. Doesn't change the fact that I despise that you're here, though, sticking your nose in our business. Ah, yes. The King's invitation. And what royal bag of snakes that is. Look, you have my thanks for saving those people. And as much as I hate it, I owe you a favor. But right now, I need to determine where they took the stolen supplies. Let me see that. We've been betrayed, and for gold, no less. By Malakath, I'll make sure someone pays for this. Look, I need to protect the next caravan to come through the Merchant's Gate. If you truly want to help Hrothgar, then you will help me. This note indicates that the traitor has interests in the city. I want you to track down this traitor and find our stolen shipments. The fastest way to get on my good side, and on Kurog's, is to expose the traitor and recover our supplies. I suggest you start your search in the inn. Gold and dark dealings often go hand in hand with drinking and celebrating. Don't disappoint me. I hate putting my trust in outsiders. Do everyone a favor and prove me wrong.